Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Man Bites Film. My name is Lewis.
I'm William.
And this week we'll be doing two great shows, actually, that are streaming on Netflix. Both of them, right?
Yep.
All right. So the first one that we want to go straight into is Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. This is a Jerry Seinfeld original, written, directed, and hosted by Jerry Seinfeld. And if you don't know who Seinfeld is, he is freaking hilarious comedian that basically makes observations of the most obvious things, and that's where his comedy lies. He lies in stating the obvious. That's where his stick is, I guess you could say.
But when I do it, I'm called an asshole. Wow.
Hey, that's what comedians are. It's the borderline between being an asshole and funny. So
Yeah.
it's just finding that fine line, you know. So this show basically revolves around Jerry Seinfeld getting in a car, getting coffee with a comedian. I mean, literally, it's exactly what the title says.
Oh my God! Spoiler alert! I mean, you need to tell us this.
So Jerry Seinfeld has.
You mean carpool karaoke is about
Yeah,
getting
right?
into a car and singing songs?
No, but this show actually does really cool. Like, I thought it was just gonna be a gimmick. I thought it was just gonna be ridiculous. I thought it was gonna be something like, okay, whatever, we just watch it. The episodes are only 15 to 20 minutes long.
Thank God.
Okay,
I think I could sit in that car for too long.
they're not sitting in cars. What they're doing is
so they're not
they're
in cars getting coffee?
they're driving the car to get coffee. They sit, they have coffee, they get in their car, they go home. So it's the conversation that ensues in between them getting picked up and dropped off.
Oh, that's true. It says getting coffee, not having coffee.
Yes. So
What do you know? I needed a spoiler alert after all.
So yeah, I mean, basically he does that. He gets cars, and the thing though is that it's not your average car. He's not going to pick up people in an Accord. He's picking people up in classic old cars.
Okay. There's a twist.
He does all the classic cars. He even goes to like the British cars, all that. Like he really like, and it's really cool because you get like a little bit of a background on
Is
it.
this show sponsored by Jay Leno? Because I can totally see Jay Leno the one giving him the cars.
Yeah, probably, I wouldn't doubt it. But he has like a collection of almost 200 classic cars in his stable. So you can imagine that. And most of them are Porsche cars. And he...
Porsche,
whatever the hell you call them. So anyways, yeah, he does the little history on each of the cars and all that stuff. And then he goes and picks up these comedians. And I like the way that he does the little pickup lines. He's like, hey, it's Jerry. You want to get some coffee? And they're like, okay. And he goes picks them up. That's the whole introduction to each of the comedians. And then they start talking and just having a conversation, which is what Jerry's good at. I mean, that's what he does, is having conversations with people. And some of the conversations that he has are really hilarious. He picks up Michael Richards, which is Kramer from the show. He picks up Louis C.K. He picks up Jason Alexander, Mel Brooks, Carl Renner. He even picks up Obama. So, I mean, that's the thing. Is like this actually gives you even the comedians that you don't like.
I want to see him do it with Samuel L. Jackson.
I don't think
Let's get us some motherfucking coffee.
Yeah, there's almost 60 episodes already.
Oh my God, that is a lot of coffee. What coffee? Did they go to the same coffee shop?
No, it's different ones, different cities.
So
everything.
It's not like they all just go to Starbucks in different places.
No.
It's like, okay, cool.
And the cool thing is like they plug each of the coffee places that they go to.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's really funny. I really enjoy it. It's a very little investment because each episode's only like 6 to 23 minutes. The longest episode is 23. I probably give it about an 8 out of 10 because I haven't seen one episode that I don't enjoy. Even comedians that I don't really like. So, Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. Enjoyable on Netflix, of course. And what did you choose?
So my friend Caitlin was over and she got bored and started watching a show which I caught like a few scenes here and there, which was really intriguing. The show's called Zoo, and it's streaming on Netflix. It's 3 seasons. And each season's about like 12, 13 episodes, which is not too bad.
Yeah.
They're about an hour, 45 minutes each, typical. It's not a Netflix original. So I'm hoping that it actually ends and not just one of those like it got canceled, because it's got a good premise. The premise is the animals around the world pretty much realize that the humans don't have to be top of the food chain anymore.
Yeah.
And they start fighting back.
Oh, nice.
They start breaking their habits. Lions are actually actively going after humans, dogs, cats,
Nice.
like mosquitoes, bees, hornets, the whole thing. Like, they just basically, like, it's an animal revolution. And come to find out, it's because there's a
Animal
mutation. Kind of along those lines of Animal Farm. They find out there's a mutation that's caused in the animals by this company that had like all sorts of different things, but including like animal feed and whatnot.
Oh, nice.
And so now they're trying to find a cure. I've only gotten to the beginning of season 2, and basically the mutation has reached. At first, even if you got just got bit by one of the animals and you survived, you were fine. It was not affecting humans.
Yeah.
Beginning of season 2, all of a sudden they find that there's a mutation is evolved and is now affecting human and turning them and basically becoming like this, like Hulk kind of people, where all they do is rage and they just want to kill everything in sight and they don't care.
Oh, wow.
And that's where I left off, which I really want to go and like really see where this leads, because there are episodes that are like really slow. Obviously, like any drama show, you get those episodes that are really slow, but they set up well for what's coming. And where I left off was like a cliffhanger. James Wolk, Kristen Connolly, Nonso Ananzie, Billy Burke, Alicia Diaz, and Ken Olin make the top 5 main characters. They are, one's a doctor, one's a zoologist. They all have like their own agenda as well as to why they're doing this.
Yeah.
It's good. It's one of those you kind of have to pay attention even during the slow scenes, because there may be something that changes or that plays in the plot later on.
Yeah.
The beginning of each episode, it's like, previously on Zoo.
Yeah.
But then it doesn't go directly into the credits, into the beginning credits. There's a couple scenes. And I've caught myself times where I'm watching, like,
I hate that because
Netflix.
I always skip the thing.
Netflix, the way that it does it now, it's if it knows that, it's a credits, starts you right after the opening titles. Well, there's been times where I've had to rewind, to the beginning of the episode. Look it up, enjoy it. It's one of those little knowns that, you look at it, Zoo, you think that, we were just talking about, like, zombies and stuff like that. It's like, it's another one of those shows. Zombievers. Oh, we're not going to go into zombievers. It may not be for everybody. It's definitely, not, if you're, like, if you're into action movies, if you're into, like, the glorious, I need action all the time, all the way, this is definitely not for you. So check it out. Let us know what you think.
So my review this week was Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee.
Mine was Zoo.
Awesome.
It's like, his title, my title.
So both of these are streaming on Netflix. My name is Lewis.
I am William.
And this is Man Bites Film. If you want, you can check us out on our podcast. That's every 2 weeks. And our Man vs. Film, which is Fandom versus Fandom, every month or so. It's a special episode that we do, and we try to get the best of the best involved in it. People that actually really, really love each of those fandoms and duke it out.
Should we give him a teaser of what our next one that we're working on is?
Yeah.
I got a good one. I can't do it. My Trekkie friends are gonna kill me with that one.